Here in this video, I'm going to provide orientation on plagiarism detection software. Before providing a demo by using a software called as Urkun, I'd like to give some of the insights on the need of using the plagiarism detection software. And also, I'm going to provide some of the insights on various rules and regulations which are existing in India, especially with regards to University Grants Commission with regards to the plagiarism conduct and the misconduct. Let us understand the need for using the plagiarism software. As you all know that the goal of any research is to identify a problem, collect the data, analyze the data, and report the findings of the study. Usually, the research will involve two types of data. One is the primary data, and second is the secondary data. The primary data is what we collect from the respondents of our study. The primary data is something what we collect from the experiments or from the observation or any other research method we followed for conducting our research study. The other set of data what was referring to is secondary data. Usually the secondary data are data what is available in the secondary sources. For example, you will have data from the books, you will have data from the research paper, you will have data from the conference paper, you will have data from chapters in edited books, you will have data from books, you also have data from the newspaper, magazines, and article. So whenever we are referring any kind of information which are there in the secondary sources, it is very important that we understand the information what has been produced in the secondary report. We need to rephrase in our own words on how we have understood and how that particular information is relevant to our research. Not just that, we are also supposed to provide references and citation from where we have accessed such information, who was the author, who has published it, what are the page number, volume number, and serial number. If we are able to do this, the research report what we are preparing, it tends to be free from any kind of plagiarism. In case if you do not do that, you are simply copying the information and you're not providing the citation nor you are providing the references, that is considered to be a plagiarism where you have copied the source of someone and produced that as your own. So the first need for using any kind of plagiarism software is it will help us to know the content similarity of your research report. When we talk about content similarity is what is mentioned in our report and what is already available in various literature, especially in the online literature. So when we are running a plagiarism software, we'll come to know the similarity with regards to the content of what is there in our research report and what is available in the secondary sources. When the similarity level increases, it means that the level of plagiarism also increases. So it's very important that we simply do not copy the information just because it is mentioned in the secondary sources. We will have to rephrase, we'll have to write in our own ways so that we will able to reduce the similarity percentage of our research report. The second need of using the plagiarism software is to identify the intentional or unintentional copying of others' intellectual information. There are sometimes we fail to recognize that we are making a mistake. That is considered to be unintentional copying, although it is considered to be a violation of code of conduct. So we'll have to know whether we have done something intentionally or whether we have done something unintentionally, so that we'll able to resolve that before even the research report is going for reviewing or for the publication. The third need for using the plagiarism software is to identify the main source of similarity shown in a research report. When you are inputting your research report in a plagiarism software, it will show you the level of similarity with regards to the percentage of similarity of information, what is there in your research report and what is there in the secondary sources. Based on that, you also will come to know where the source was actually copied from your research report. For example, if your research report is showing 5% of similarity, it also will tell you the link where the content was copied. So based on that, you will able to know where you have actually committed an error, where it provides an opportunity for you to correct the same before even communicating to the journal for the publication. The fourth need for using the plagiarism software is to meet the acceptable quality standards of the research report. As you all know that most of the research report, I would say 100% of the research report need to have some sort of quality, not just about how you identify the research problem. It's not just about how you collected the data or how you analyze the data or how you interpret the data. When you talk about research report, it also talks about uh, the credit what you have given for the work which you have referred as part of your research report. You will have to ensure that each and every information, if it is not your original information, you are providing the reference for it, you are providing the citation for it, and also, as I mentioned earlier, you will have to write in your own words instead of just copying and paste. There are some information, for example, a formula. You may not be able to write in your own words. The formula will go as it is. During that time, those formulas will not be calculated for any kind of similarity percentage calculation. I hope all of you understood the concept of having a acceptable quality standards of the research report by ensuring that we are providing a due citation, due references for the information what we have provided in our research report. The fifth most important reason why we need to use the plagiarism software is to detect any kind of warnings reported in the plagiarism report before even we are communicating to the journal. The moment we communicate to the journal will be checking our report first for the similarity percentage. If our similarity percentage is very high, straight away the journals are going to reject your paper, which will not be creating any kind of positive impression about you as a researcher. So this plagiarism report itself will give us the warning, so and so percentage is shown as a similarity, and it will also tell us the source where the similarity is there, so that we will be able to rectify if there is any kind of errors before even it is communicated to the journal or before even a particular research report is published in a particular platform. The final need of using any plagiarism software is to fix any kind of anomaly before the publication. If you find there is something wrong in my research report with regards to the way how I have given the credit of the source of information where I have taken for my research report, you will be able to fix all of this before even you are communicating to the journal for a peer review or before even your paper gets published in a research journal or by the publisher. I hope all of you have understood the need for using the plagiarism software. Whenever I conduct research, the first thing I do is I will have to be very clear on how I'm supposed to write a research report, and I'll have to be very, very careful in ensuring that the moment I come across some sort of information, I'll have to make a note of who is the author, who is the publisher, where it was published, when it was published, what are the various referencing numbers are there. Most importantly, I have to understand how this information can be used in my research report by writing in my own words. If I'm able to do this, 99% of the times, the concept of similarity percentage do not come into picture. Let us understand some of the rules and regulations, as I mentioned earlier, with regards to University Grants Commission in terms of the plagiarism is concerned. University Grants Commission has provided a clearly defined exclusion from the plagiarism, as I mentioned in one of the example. Formulas are usually exempted for calculating the similarity percentage of a particular research report. They will include the other codes which are like all quoted work, either falling under public domain or reproduced with all the necessary permission or attribution. So if you have any of the work which are falling under public domain, or if you have already taken the permission from the author, you will be exempted for that particular context or the particular content alone for the plagiarism checking. Number two is all references, bibliography, table of content, preface and acknowledgements, all are excluded from checking for the plagiarism. Third is all small similarities of minor nature. For example, and, they, you, we. These words are something which cannot be changed. It tends to show a minor similarity when it comes to the content in your research report. There are sometimes some of the terminologies what you are using it may be quite similar, that cannot be changed also. Those are considered as a minor nature. all generic terms, laws, standard symbols, and the standard equation. As I told you, mathematical equations cannot be changed. Whereas if you look at some other text-based information, yes, you can able to rephrase and you can able to write in your own words. So whenever the University Grants Commission is determining the plagiarism conduct of a particular author, they will be checking whether the plagiarism is falling under the information what we have given here, whether it is from the public domain or whether it is from the references or bibliography, or it's from the table of contents or from the preface or acknowledgements, or it is related to some of the standard terms, laws, standard symbols or the standard equations. Usually what happens, if you ask me, before even actually like submitting for generating the similarity report from any of the plagiarism software, people remove the bibliography, they remove the references, they remove the table of contents, they remove the prefaces and the acknowledgement. When they remove it, the possibility of doing a realistic similarity check is very, very high. So whenever you are sending your report to your research supervisors, or when considered here, and then you can check for the similarity percentage, which will be a true similarity percentage. Based on that, you can action up. But however, even for example, in the first information what they have given is all quoted work either falling under public domain or reproduced with all the necessary permission. Try to ensure that you do not have more information falling under this domain. If it is falling under this domain, the originality of your research report also tends to be getting reduced. So try your level best to have as many original content as possible, number one. Number two is, if you are using the secondary information which are available in the literature, try to rephrase with your own words, try to synthesize the information and reproduce that information, but ensure that you are providing proper citations and the references for the information, what you have borrowed, what you have referred from the secondary sources, and try to reduce the information what you have reproduce with all the necessary permission. Try to have it as minimal as possible so that your overall similarity percentage of the research report can come down. Let us understand the second rules and regulation with regards to the plagiarism, which is mentioned in the University Grants Commission. They have mentioned that zero tolerance policy in core area. When we are conducting a research, usually the research will have a title, it will have your abstract, it will have keywords, it will have introduction, it will have a review of literature, and then gaps, conceptual model, then you'll have a methodology, you have objectives, then you will have a data collection, data analysis, interpretation, and also you have other chapters such as discussion, implications, limitation, future research directions. Finally, you will have the conclusions. So the University Grants Commission have clearly mentioned that if there is any kind of a plagiarism found in either of your abstract or a summary or a hypothesis or observation, results, conclusion and recommendations, no tolerance will be provided. So because all these are something which you have to write on your own, you cannot just borrow it. So it's very important that you do not have any kind of similarity percentage when it comes to the core area. The core area includes abstract, the summary, the hypothesis, the observations, results, conclusion, and recommendation. So under these sections, it is highly recommended that you are writing on your own. And if at all, if you are referring something, for example, if you are referring something in the hypothesis, you will have to provide a proper citation for it, and you will have to provide proper references at the end to refrain from any kind of violation when it comes to the content references in your research report. The other regulation which talks about in the University Grants Commission is level of plagiarism in non-core areas. As discussed earlier, there are core areas, there are non-core areas. Non-core areas, I would give an example, is review of literature. It's a non-core area because you as an author, you do not have an ability, or you do not have an opportunity where you can able to write all the review of literature on your own, assuming something. You will have to refer some other text related information, some other content which was published earlier in order to establish foundation of your research, in order to establish the concept of your research. So such areas are considered as a non-core areas. For example, some of the statistics related to your research also is considered as a non-core areas, because those statistics are something which is not in your original data collection, or which is not in your primary data. Those are called as non-core areas. Similarities up to 10% is excluded. Level 1 similarities, which is falling between 10% to 40%. Level 2 similarities between 40 to 60%. And the level 3 similarities are considered to be above 60%. Most of the journals, they will be expecting for a research report which is less than 5% of similarity. So even though the University Grants Commission have mentioned that 10% is excluded, I would definitely suggest that try to keep your research report similarity as less as 5%, so that you do not come into any kind of a radar where people are going to mention that you have copied this from some source without giving proper citation or referencing. All right. So what are the penalties which are available for the students who are involving in such misconduct? Number one, if your similarity is above 10 and below 40%, you will not be given a mark or a credit for the plagiarized script, and you will be asked to revise and submit within 6 months, not exceeding 6 months span of time. So if your similarity percentage, if in any research report is between 10 to 40%, you will not be provided with a mark, and you will be provided with an opportunity to revise your manuscript or revise your research report and submit, not exceeding a 6 months span of time. If your similarity percentage is between 40 to 60%, that is considered as a level 2, and you will not be provided any mark or credits for the plagiarized content, and you will be asked to revise and resubmit the script within 1 year, but not exceeding 18 months. Level 3 is a similarity above 60%. Such students shall not be given any mark or credit for the plagiarized script, and also the registration of that course shall be cancelled. So it's very important that you do not commit any kind of grave mistake with regards to creating any kind of plagiarized content which is amounting to 60%. Actually, there is no need for any of the researcher who is really interested in generating a new knowledge by copying someone else's information and producing such information as their own information. And also, there is a regulation with regards to repeated plagiarism. If there is a student who is involved in such conduct, they will be provided with highest level of punishment based on the guidelines which are given above. There are sometimes the degree or the credit which was awarded to the student also will be kept at abeyance until a committee actually going to scrutinize and produce the report with regards to the plagiarism misconduct committed by the student. I hope so far all of you have understood the need for using the plagiarism software and what are the rules and regulations with regards to the plagiarism in the University Grants Commission. Talking about the software which are there for the plagiarism detection, you have Urkun software, you have Grammarly, you have Turnitin. These are the software which actually helps you to submit your research report and then generate the similarity report, which will tell you the similarity percentage of your research report. In this presentation, I'm just going to use the Urkun software, which is used by Garden City University research supervisors, as well as the research scholars, which regards to the documents, what they submit. When you look at the Urkun software is concerned, it's a plagiarism detection tool, which usually cross-checks with 11.5 million archived student papers, journals, periodicals, and books which are available in the World Wide Web, and then it will give you the originality score. As your similarity of the research report increases, it means that you have copied more of the content. So in the Urkun software, it usually considers the information which are already available in the web. There are some information which are there in the textbook format or in a hard copy format. It may not be possible for a Urkun software to know it. So you as a researcher, you will have to be very, very careful that your research report, even if it is referred from any of the materials which are there available in the hard copy. You are providing a proper referencing for it. You are providing a proper citation for it. And also, most importantly, you are trying to write such information in your own words. So let's do the demo of the Urkun software. Let me change my slide. Give me a moment. So before taking you all to the Urkun software, I'd like to give you all one instruction. If you want to use the Urkun software, your university usually provides an Urkun user ID and a password. Let me share the screen for you to see how the Urkun software looks like. Give me one moment. Yes. Let me choose my screen. Yeah, Urkun. I hope the screen is visible. This is the Urkun software, what is used by Garden City University. As I mentioned earlier, all the students and the scholars are provided with a user ID and password. And the same way, all the resource supervisors are provided with a user ID and a password. You as a student or you as a scholar, you are supposed to use your login and user ID and password. And you will have to select the resource supervisor Urkun ID in order to submit the report. Once you submit the report, the research supervisor will receive the report and send it back to you. You'll be able to check the similarity percentage of your research report. So now I am a research supervisor of Garden City University. I'm using my user ID and password in order to log into the Urkun software. So I've used my user ID and password. As I was mentioning earlier, this is the analyze address. You will have to ask your resource supervisor what are their analysis address. So if you look at here, my analysis address is sudhagar.dp.garden@analysis.urkun.com. This is my analysis address. So if any one of you are submitting a document which needs to be checked for the similarity, you will have to use this analysis address. As soon as you submit the report, I will be getting a report on the similarity percentage. In turn, I can able to communicate. So the process is very, very simple. You will have to go to upload documents. You will have to upload documents and you will have to select the analysis address. It could be a resource supervisor address or it could be mine in case if you want me to receive a report and send it to you. So you have selected the address. Now, I will have to upload a particular document. I'm just saying that, okay, since I'm doing a demo, I'm saying that research paper to check the similarity percentage. I'm saying DP Sudhakar. Okay, I'm mentioning they also greetings. Please find my, or I'm saying that I am attaching my research paper to check the percentage. Kindly share the report from Urkun. I'm mentioning this. Regards, EP. Right. So let me select one document which is there in my let me select one random document which is available with me for checking it. Daily follows. Okay, I'm just giving one agenda which I have developed for the head of the department to check. So and then I'm giving a submit option. As soon as I'm giving the submit option, the moment I click OK, the report would have been sent. Here in this Urkun software, you'll able to see various reports which was submitted earlier as well. Okay. See, for example, various reports which was submitted earlier. You'll able to know what are the various similarity percentage, and you'll able to track. The University Grants Commission tracks almost all the reports which are used by the universities for checking the software. There is nothing wrong in terms of like submitting a paper and then checking for the similarity percentage. Once you come to know that there is a similarity percentage, you have an opportunity to correct the same before the publication. Now let me change the screen and then check whether I have received the report. Give me a minute. Let me go to Google. Yes, fantastic. Let me go here. This is my email ID where I should have received the report. It may take some time to receive the report. Let's wait. All right, the Urkun report is getting delayed to receive. Let me show you one sample. Yeah. This is one of the research report submitted by one of the scholar. She had submitted. I received the report. The report says that 2% of similarity. 2% of similarity. The moment, yeah. When you're going to open the analysis, it'll tell you where the content was actually copied, matching text. Okay. When I'm clicking on this, it will tell, see here, this is what it's submitted and this is the matching text. So she has to rephrase this particular content or the text in the document to refrain from any kind of violation with regards to the plagiarism is concerned. All right. So I think now I would have received the report. Let me check. Let me check. Not yet received. Let me check one more time. All right. It is taking some time to receive the report. So you as a research scholar, you will able to open any documents and then check. Based on that, you'll able to make the changes which is required. For example, for one of the report which was submitted, it clearly mentioned what is the similarity percentage with regards to the report is concerned. It has calculated almost all 0% of similarity. That is what mentioned in the report, 0% of similarity, and I have received the report. This is the way you will able to use the Urkun software in order to generate the research report. There are sometimes if the Urkun software is busy, it may be taking time for you to receive the report, but however, the report would be sent within 24 hours span of time, and you can get in touch with your resource supervisor to receive the report and then check for it. There is also one more option which is available for you to check. Let me show the other software what I usually use, which is called as Grammarly software. Let me use the Grammarly software. Yeah, this is the Grammarly software, which I have it in the premium version. So the moment when you are giving a text to the Grammarly software and click on this option, plagiarism, it will I'll tell you, looks like your text is 100% original. We found no matching text in our database or on the internet. So based on this, you can able to ascertain that your research report does not have any sort of plagiarized content. I hope this session on the plagiarism software orientation was useful. If you have any kind of doubts, do let me know in the comment section of this video. I'll be happy to assist you. As a researcher, there are sometimes we will have time pressure. There are sometimes we may be having a lack of knowledge, but this technology like Urkut software comes in rescue to ensure that we are reliably conducting the research without committing any kind of violation. This is Dr. Sudhakar signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.